Okay, welcome back. This is the Gadsden Courthouse and Police Department in Gadsden, Alabama. And I thought I'd film a video here today because this building or these buildings that's here, the architecture left over from the 60s. And so someday these buildings will be refurbished or demolished or something, and these will no longer be here. But you can see the barrel or arch-shaped roof of this building, which I think is a gym or something right now, because there's somebody inside that we saw that was working out. Um, but you can see the blue tile on the side and all the glass, and then the barrel roof that's very 1960s looking. You've probably seen things like that in TV shows and movies that from like I Dream of Jenny and stuff like that. This building is also old in the fact that the design on that weird design. I mean, I guess some buildings today still have that design, but also, and you'll see more of this later on, like the pressed rock wall, like the grayish color. That's an old 60s thing, and 70s too. Um, but this building right here with the barrel roof is pretty cool because it looks a whole lot like something from some TV show, like maybe the Brady Bunch or I Dream of Jenny or something like that. And you can see by the side of that building has like this random color pattern of yellow, red, and darker blue surrounded by all the blue tile. In some ways, kind of futuristic looking to me. Well, at least it was futuristic back then in the 60s, definitely. And today it still looks futuristic to me. But a lot of people don't think that it looks kind of dated, which, I mean, it is dated. It's from the 60s. Now, this over here, um, yeah, there's a better view of that. This over here is, I see a sign that says the Gadsden Police Department. Now, I think there's actually more into these buildings. Like there's a gym, like I said, in that building over there. Um, but this is a police department. There's police cars that's parked around this building. But this building also looks very 60s. Look at like the bluish panels on the windows. Um, Let me show a better view of that. Okay, there we go. A better there's all this the bluish, and then like there's that pressed rock wall again. That's on the other building. I guess it's pressed rock. I don't know if that's what you call it. And then like it's sitting on like this blue tile podium, I guess. I can't think of the right word. Podium, maybe? Podium. Um, but yeah, it's all here in Gadsden. Okay, here's the front of that building, and the awning um, looks pretty cool. It's like very sharp, kind of, not really sharp. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it says City Hall. This building here is the City Hall building. Um, and it's very blue looking, you know, looks like some old postcard you'd get from some destination, some vacation place, or some TV show or something. Um, I've never actually been inside this building. I didn't go in. I'm probably not going to go to the building today, but I like seeing the outside of it.
So you went to audio panels, those
Yeah, yeah.
that was very retro. Then
Yeah, yeah.
even the bench right over there.
Yeah.
Up with the river with the bridge right down in the background.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, but I can just point without saying anything.
It doesn't matter. I can always like I can put a whole bunch of like camouflage it in.
All right. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
go ahead with all
All right.
this.
There's a better view of the Coosa River and the bridge. On a nice blue sky. There's a moon up there. You can barely see the moon. You can see that the bricks down here on like the pedestal kind of curves around. You can kind of see it back behind that bush. Behind that bush, that's a very nice like rounded corner thing. Not corner, but you see what I'm talking about. There's that awning again. Here's a good panoramic shot of the front of the building, which showing the awning, like the door and all that, in nice blue color. I think that glass is actually blue tinted itself, so like it makes the inside look blue, which would be really cool to see actually. This bench is very 1960s as well, like the way it's built. Looks very futuristic, at least from back during that time. Could use a little bit of pressure washing around that area, not a little bit of cleaning, but still not too far gone. You can really clean this up, make it look really nice again. But of course, I guess some people, like the city of Gadsden, probably just, you know, rather build a new, modern-looking courthouse and police department than actually restoring this. Um, but it actually is still being used. It really is right now. It's still being used.
Yeah, this is the barrel.
You can see on the ground, like, parts of the ground look more bluish than others. That's because of the blue glass right there. There's these recessed lights. That's the very 1960s. Recessed. There's a bunch of them you see down that way. And then this better close-up view of this blue brick. There's some more of that blue glass. I'd like to get some of that put in one of my houses. That look pretty cool. Some blue glass. Coming up in a minute, you'll see some more barrels. You can already sort of see them, or I guess arches. Barrel's not a good word for them. I just call them barrels. But yeah. There's no, you can't enter that way. Let's see. You know, actually be a nice place to have a picnic out here.
Oh yeah.
At just a courthouse, I guess. Nice place to have a picnic at a courthouse. You can kind of, I don't know how well you can see this, but there's actually like a checkered wall inside of tile. It's like blue tile, white tile, and I think a lighter color blue, so it makes like this checkered pattern. That's a very cool thing to see. You know, a lot of these styles from the 60s you don't really see much more in buildings today, so I'm kind of documenting a lot of this. There's these barrels here that's like this, or arches, an archway you can walk under. There's the inside of it. You can sort of barely see it, the checkered pattern a little bit better. Yeah, right there. Yeah, you can see it pretty good actually. And then the floor, and there. Um,
I wish it's
Yeah, the
like
garbage can.
Like that's in that behind. I know.
let's
I'm
see.
not sure. One of those lights like there used to be globe lights. They probably were. That's how it used to look. Yeah. They can film a movie over here. Huh? They can film a movie over here. Yeah, yeah. That's right. It's good. I may have fun with locations to film. There's a globe light down there. On one of those barrels. Over there. Let's go down these stairs. I haven't seen it yet. Yep. Oh, I see it. Hanging. Oh, yeah.
We're pretty sure that looks like all those lampposts at one time used to be globe lights. And then they kind of just changed those out to look a little more modern. I mean, they may not have been globe lights, but my dad probably, I think he said he remembered them being globe lights, or assumed they were globe lights at some point, which they probably were, because those were very popular at one time in back in the 60s and 70s. There's one globe light way across there. I'll walk up to that in a minute. That's a fountain down there. I'll get a better view of that in a second. There's that building.
I think I'd have more than just one hanging though.
Yeah, nice courtyard. They could film a movie here, really. They really could. I mean, there have been several
Yeah,
movies that's
what
been
does they
filmed in
still
places
use
like
that in
this.
the
Yeah, there's
summertime?
that fountain. I don't think they actually use that fountain anymore. It's pretty dirty.
Pretty dirty.
It was pretty, almost abandoned almost. I can really clean that out and get that right going again. But that's very 1960s, you can say, or 70s, because like a lot of like places had fountains and looked modern, futuristic. I mean, that's all that architecture back then, and even today. I mean, a lot of architecture today is building very modern buildings. Down there's another bench. I'll show a better view of that. Hang on a second. Right there. That looks pretty clean actually. Looks like the other benches. Here's this fountain again. Once again, not really running. Looks like it's not been running for a while. You can see where the water used to come up to. Maybe rainwater. They may still use that. I'm not sure. They may still use it. I like the blue color of that. But this place is kind of trapped back in time.
It does, yeah.
I like that design too. You see that in a lot of things. Even like Buck Rogers from the 70s. You could see things like that. There's the other side of the barrel roofed building. On Google Maps, if you look down on that building, it's actually like it looks like a barrel. That's not just like a fake roof that they have up front. No, that's actually how the roof looks
This is like what mom and used to have hanging there on the front porch.
from an aerial view at least. There's a globe light right there. I wish they had more of those, like way down that way.
Yeah.
But that looks pretty good. There's all that blue tile. Like I say, that's a gym right now, so there's actually I think somebody in there. Nice courtyard. You can see back behind that design is actually more blue tile. That design is actually like 3D, so it's like stuck out further than the rest of the bricks. Those blinds are in bad condition. I don't know if that's some. I guess I don't know what happened there. But they're in very bad condition. So I bent those things up. But yeah, I'm glad I got to film this building, or these buildings I should say, because oh wait, there's a globe light again. There we go. That's exactly how they used to look back in the 60s. Now, of course, I was not actually alive back then. I've just kind of grown up learning a whole lot about the 60s and 70s. So, and then of course my parents grew up back then. They can clarify things. This is actually a cement globe. I don't know what the purpose that is for. It looks pretty cool actually. That globe light's actually on right now. I'm glad it actually is because I could show it on camera. But it actually doesn't really serve any purpose right now because it's daylight outside. There's the rest of Gadsden from the view of the courthouse. There's a that blue pattern again on the side of that. It looks pretty cool. There's the moon again. You can see the moon up there. And then that building to the left is that building with the blue glass and the blue panels. It looks pretty good. One thing to note about that barrel roof is that and I'll get around here and show a better view, but like it's like they start another arch before the cutoff for the end of the roof. Like they start another one. So you have about a third of an arch, or maybe, yeah, you have about a third of an arch right there. I guess you could just leave it, you wouldn't even have to do that. There's all this white wall. That's a pretty clean wall. Wow, it's a bright wall. Yeah, see, you don't actually have, you didn't actually have to build a third of an arch to end the roof. But I guess just, it looks pretty cool with a little extra there. There are no globe lights on this side. I wish there was. There may have been at one time. Police building. That's that pressed rock wall. I keep calling it pressed rock. That's not a good thing to say. Not a good way to put it. I mean, it is pressed rock. It's like they have cement and they push a bunch of pebbles in it, and that's the wall. Or no, I guess that's stones. There we go. There's like this little awning here. Police building. This building actually was used for something else. It says emergency something operation something. I don't know. It says something like that. I pointed it out better in the video. Maybe the video can see it better.
What's that say? Emergency something operation?
Yeah. I guess it's like an old sign that was there.
Yeah. Something operation center.
Oh yeah.
Emergency management operation center.
But
Yeah,
yep,
so-
that's about it. So I guess with that being said,
Alright.
have a great day. Take it away, Hayden. Have a great day. Be seeing you.